exposed my cheating wife and destroyed her online career. Alright, folks, here's my story, told straight from the gut, like I'm sitting across from you at the diner with a cup of black coffee. I'm a 28-year-old guy, just a regular Joe, and about 3 weeks back, my world got flipped upside down when I caught my wife, Bianca, cheating on me. We'd been hitched for less than a year, 27 years old, she is, and I thought we had something real. When we first got together, she told me she'd just dumped her ex after 3 years and was flying solo. I was on my own too, hadn't dated in 2 years after a breakup that left me pretty messed up. We both had our scars, so we made this pact, no cheating, no hurting each other. I swore I'd stick to it, and I figured she would too. We went steady for over 2 years before tying the knot, and let me tell you, being with Bianca was like a breath of fresh air compared to my old flames. She had this knack for cracking jokes, lighting up any room she walked into. Those first few months as man and wife? Pure gold, Logan, messing around, just good times. I'd come home from my data analyst gig at this big tech outfit in town, eager to see her. She was making a name for herself online, running a little store on the side, while I crunched numbers all day. I'll own up to it, sometimes work swallowed me whole, and I'd flake on our plans, maybe ditching a date night twice a month cause I was buried in spreadsheets or forgot we had something lined up. Whenever I screwed up, I'd patch things over with a box of Snickers, her favorite. Always put a smile back on her face. Then, 6 months into marriage, my job threw me a bone, 3 weeks working from home, 1 week in the office. I was pumped, more time with Bianca, who was already doing her influencer thing from the house. She lit up when I told her, and for a while, it felt like old times again. But about a month into that setup, something started feeling off. She was always glued to her phone, normal for her job, sure, but I caught her flipping apps real quick whenever I got close. Even from across the room, I could see her fingers moving, her shoulders stiffening. Then there was her laptop, she'd slam it shut the second I walked in, acting like she wasn't just using it. It was all so fast, but I'd been watching. One day, I couldn't take it anymore and called her out. She laughed it off, said I was being silly, and even flipped open her laptop to show me what she was doing. Nothing weird there. She scrolled through her social media chats too, all work stuff, nothing shady. Back when we were dating, we'd share phone access, but I never snooped on her client talks, felt private, and I trusted her. This time, though? Her showing me everything on her own felt forced, like she was playing me. I'd been burned before, and all those Reddit tales I'd read kept nagging at me she was hiding something. I let it slide for a few days, kept my eyes peeled to make sure I wasn't jumping the gun. Then she had some influencer buddies over for a little shindig at our place. We were all having a blast, but Bianca couldn't keep her nose out of her phone, texting away even while we ate. Her friends noticed too, one even asked who she was chatting with. She flashed this fake grin, dropped the phone, and said it was just work, all done now. Nobody pushed it, and we kept eating. Later, while we were cleaning up, she started yammering about this client she'd been texting. Said he wanted her to push some skincare line for a year. Now, we never talked shop like that, she did her thing, I did mine, so her bringing it up out of nowhere felt like a cover story. I just nodded along, smiling, but my brain was racing. I knew digging through her phone or laptop wouldn't turn up squat, she's too smart for that. So I got this app that lets you spy on someone's phone, see what they're doing, hear their calls, read their texts. Had to put it on both our phones to work. Why was I so paranoid? 'Cause my last girl cheated, and even though I loved Bianca and wanted to believe her, part of me was still waiting for the other shoe to drop. Didn't want to miss the signs again. Once the app was running, I started poking around. Yeah, she was talking to clients, but there was this one guy she texted every day, real careful not to call him when I was around. 2 days after I linked our phones, she finally talked to him, and guess who? That ex she swore she was done with. I listened in, and it hit me, he knew she was married, knew I was home most days. That night, she sent me out for groceries, claiming she forgot him earlier. While I was driving, they had their little chat. He asked about me, she said I was out grabbing stuff, said she faked forgetting so they could talk. He told her to watch her step so I wouldn't catch on, and she laughed, oh, Jackie'd never leave me, he loves me too much, poor guy. They chuckled, planning to meet up later. I came home mad as hell, no groceries in hand. Told her work called me and last minute she bought it. She was all dolled up by then, said she was heading out with the girls, kissed my cheek, and bolted. Soon as she was gone, I rang my buddy and spilled it all. He said he'd tag along to the restaurant where she was meeting this clown. We got there, and there she was, all cozied up with him feeding her like some cheesy movie. I walked right up, made sure she saw me, then walked out. She chased after me, acting innocent at first, but when she saw my pal recording, she switched gears, said it was a client meeting, not what it looked like. I didn't say a word, just drove home with my friend. She showed up soon after, trying to talk, but I was busy grabbing my stuff. We rented the place together, so I couldn't boot her out. Took what I needed and crashed at my buddy's. She's been blowing up my phone since, texts, calls, then voice notes with more lies. Said her ex was hooking her up with a client, and she got cold in her skimpy dress, so he was just warming her up. What a load. She don't know I've still got her phone tapped. Found out she's been working a sweet gig for 2 months, and her ex is tied to the company. They've been trash-talking the products too. If the company catches wind, she's toast, contract gone, rep trashed. I've got that video my friend took, but I ain't posted it yet, feeling torn. She's had a clean image online, no big scandals, just the usual fan nonsense. But I'm huttin', and I wanna hit back for how she played me. Gonna drop the video and their chats, my mind's set, so don't try talking me out of it. Makes me wonder why guys like me even bother getting married. Thought we'd build a life, but she's just another gal wanting it all. Update time, thanks for weighing in, y'all. Sucks to hear influencers cheat a lot, didn't marry her for that, loved who she was. Dated her almost 3 years, thought I knew her inside out. She swore her ex was history, guess I was a fool to buy it. Glad I acted fast when I smelled something fishy, or I'd still be playing the clueless husband. So, I did it, posted the restaurant video. Fans ripped her apart, calling her out. Dropped their chats too, the ones trashing the brand. Company canned her, fired her ex too. They'd been slamming the products hard, rip-off stuff, they said. She had to grovel online, take it all back, and it tanked her deals across the board. Left her with nothing. Headlines screamed about her cheating, and I loved hearing pals ask if it was true. Yep, I said. Sent it all to her folks first, told M we're done, ripped into her good, then blocked M. Couple days back, she stormed my office, making a scene. Security kept her out, but she yelled my name till they tossed her. Good riddance. Ain't seen her since I left, just stalked her online to watch her crash. Appreciate the support, more soon. Next update, been a week or so, plan to wait till the divorce, but something wild happened yesterday. She found out I leaked everything, maybe her parents snitched. Showed up at my friend's place, where I'm staying, screaming I ruined her life, swearing she'd wreck mine. Said she regretted marrying me, called me a lowlife, just nasty stuff. Went nuts when she saw my buddy recording, chucked a big rock at his window, cracked it, phone dropped. I stormed out, and she pulled a penknife, slashed all my tires right in front of me, scratched a line down my car, and sneered, like your new ride? Then split. I'm pissed, car's useless now. Buddy says sue her, he's got it on tape and wants her for the window too. I'm in, she's paying for every dime of this mess. She's gone quiet online, lost tons of followers after the video. Folks said they envied us, perfect couple, right? Not in year 1. Can't fake a happy marriage for strangers. More when it's done. Final update, been a minute, waited till it all wrapped up. Suing her was the move, court ate it up. She tried denting the tires and window, said I framed her 'cause she left me. Forgot we had video. Judge saw it, got mad, made her pay for my car, tires, paint, all of it. Same day, ruled for my friend's window too. She was fuming, no boyfriend there to back her up. Divorce papers hit 2 weeks later, she signed quick. Loved seeing her squirm, acting the victim. She's history now, blocked everywhere. Story 2, I'm 34, just ditched my ex-wife, 29, after she cheated and trashed our life. Met her at a buddy's birthday bash at a bar, not a chill night, just a hangout. She tagged along with a friend who knew the guy. We hit it off, swapped numbers, and I drove her and her pal home. Kept in touch online, but didn't meet up much early on. I had a girl then, so we were just buds. After that gal dumped me, we got tight, dated over 2 years, then married. First year was a dream, worked hard, kept things rollin'. Second year, she got pregnant, had rough complications, quit her job. I was scared we'd lose the kid, but he came out fine. I pulled double shifts to cover bills and baby gear while she rested. Post-birth, she stayed home 6 months to nurse him, more weight on me, but I loved him, so I did it. Thought I was helpin', but I was blind. People say you see signs when a wife cheats. I didn't, 'cause I trusted her too much. 4 years in, I found out she'd been steppin' out since year 1. Stumbled on flirty voicemails on our home line, broke me bad. Thought they were old work messages till I heard our neighbor's voice. A pastor, no less, the kind who'd guilt you into church. Him flirtin' with her floored me. Worse, they kept talkin' about my son, him a skin after him like he cared. Kid was nearly 3, and I got this sick feelin'. Did a secret paternity test that week, results crushed me, not mine. I turned cold on her, ready to blow up, but held off for a smarter play. Told her I got promoted, lie, and suggested a party with neighbors, her folks, mine. She was all in. Invited everyone, includin' her pastor pal. Day of, he prayed to kick it off. Ironic, right? Had phone logs, voicemails ready. Party's hummin', then I had the DJ play my song, all their dirty messages mashed together. Took a sec, but she knew her voice, he knew his, and his wife clocked him too. She flipped, smacking him in front of everybody. My wife froze, pale as a ghost. I told the crowd she had news. Whose kid was it? She stammered, eyes wet, couldn't face her ashamed parents. I yelled, and she named the pastor. Gasps all around. His wife hit the deck, folks rushed her. My wife begged, said he preached at her once, it happened, pinned it on me to spare my feelings. Later, they fell for each other. He wanted in on the kid's life, planned to tell him at 18. Broke me more. Crowd turned on her, her folks bailed, and I kicked her and the kid out. She pulled that after all I gave? Trust's a joke. Divorced her, neighbors shunned her after, treating her like a creep. Pastor's wife left him, he got church drama and moved. Been a year, I'm still raw. Dads, test your kids early if you're unsure. Worst pain ever. No love for me now, just work and maybe a YouTube gig I've been dreaming of.